from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, March 9th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. A power outage this afternoon for one part of Hazleton after an apparent small explosion. Around 3 o'clock this afternoon, the Hazleton Fire Department and the Hazleton Police Department were called to the area of 4th and Laurel Street in the city after residents heard an explosion. According to Deputy Fire Chief Sean Jones, a lightning arrestor failed on Lee Court and 4th Street, causing a power outage. Power was out for many of the homes on Laurel Street. No word from officials when the power will be turned back on. PPL was called to the scene to fix the problem. A Hazel Township man was robbed at gunpoint after he thought he was trying to help a motorist that was stuck. Here is what police say happened. 50-year-old Mark Soltis was at his home in Hazelbrook when the suspect came up to him and asked him to help him with his vehicle that was stuck in the snow along the road not far from Soltis' home. Soltis agreed to help the male and both got into Soltis' vehicle to return to the suspect's truck. And that is when the suspect brandished a silver handgun on Hazelbrook Road and demanded money. The suspect is described as a Hispanic male in his late 20s and stands about 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs about 150 pounds. At the time of the crime, he was wearing a dark blue hooded jacket, a light colored t-shirt, and dark blue jeans. The suspect was using a blue pickup truck with a cap on the bed. The truck may have been a Chevrolet. Soltis complied and was once the suspect had the money, he fled from the Soltis' vehicle on foot. The suspect then returned to his truck and left the area. Anyone with information is asked to call state police at 570-459-3890. Holy Name of Jesus Church, formerly Transfiguration Church in West Hazleton, was broken into early Sunday morning. Police in West Hazleton say a suspect or suspects gained entry into the church from a rear door early Sunday morning. According to police, several rooms within the school and the rectory were ransacked and numerous items within were stolen. Police are actively following up on leads from the community and processing evidence found at the scene. Anyone with information on this burglary is asked to call the West Hazleton Police Department at 570-455-3733. All tips will remain confidential. Hazleton police were called to the 700 block of Carson Street Sunday morning for a report of a man with a gunshot wound. According to Hazleton police, they found a 47-year-old male with a gunshot wound at a home on Carson Street. The male was taken by APTS ambulance to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and then flown to a regional trauma center. Police stated that the incident doesn't appear to be suspicious and is still under investigation. According to published reports, an officer took a long gun out of the home while other officers were on scene and drove away with it in their vehicle. The victim's medical condition is unknown. If you have any information helpful to police, you are asked to call them at 570-459-4940. Police in Wilkes-Barre believe a robber stole from the Turkey Hill on East Main Street for the second time. Late Friday night, a store employee told police that the suspect entered the store around 11:30 p.m. and demanded money. The suspect fled the store on foot. Police believe the same suspect who robbed the store Friday night also robbed the store on February 20th. The suspect is described as a white male, approximately 20 years old, with blue eyes. At the time of the robbery, he was wearing a brown Carhartt-style jacket, a gray hooded top, gray sweatpants, and a baseball cap with a red rim. Anyone with information is asked to call police in Wilkes-Barre immediately at 570-826-8106. Police will also be using store video to assist in the investigation. The state Supreme Court will hear arguments Wednesday that could nix a potential criminal case against State Attorney General Kathleen Kane before a decision is made on whether to file charges. According to Kane's attorneys, Montgomery County Judge William Carpenter superseded his authority when appointing a special prosecutor to investigate the case. Carpenter defended his actions and accused Kane of using her position to seek special treatment in the case. Kane, a Democrat from West Scranton, testified before the Montgomery County County grand jury where she denied she broke any laws. In December, the grand jury suggested that Kane be charged with perjury, false swearing, official oppression, and obstruction of the administration law. The case was then referred to the Montgomery County District Attorney Risa Furman to determine if the charges should be filed. That ruling is pending the Supreme Court hearing. Kane's attorneys filed a special court action to have the appointment of the special prosecutor thrown out. The judge denounced Kane's attempt to derail the investigation. A bright blue clear sky, and hopefully it stays that way for a while. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with hopefully some warmer weather to talk about. Joe, I hope there's no more snow and it's just all about the sun. Joe?
Yeah, you know what? It definitely was a great looking day across our region. I don't think anybody was going to complain about the weather with those nice temperatures. Here's a look at satellite and radar, and you know what? It's pretty nice. We have mostly clear skies to deal with, and boy, look at these high temperatures throughout the nation. Very impressive numbers. Getting up to 71 in Raleigh and the 80s in Orlando and Miami and Phoenix. Notice where all the cold air is, way up to the north. That's the good news, but temperatures right now starting to cool down a little bit, but still very nice. 50 in Berwick, 51 in Bloomsburg, and 50 degrees in Danville. Your complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, WYLN's Gary Perna has a heartwarming story of a therapy dog from the greater Hazleton area who works with children at the Hazel Township Learning Center once a week. And now he needs your help to win a nationwide contest. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will be back with more details on this spring-like weather we'll see in the upcoming weeks. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Bad credit? No credit? No problem. Valmont Auto Sales at their new location, 34 Susquehanna Boulevard in West Hazleton, can help. They offer a variety of clean and fully serviced cars, SUVs and minivans. They offer easy credit. Buy here, pay here. They offer low down payments, same-day approval, and all of their vehicles are only $65 a week. Locally owned and operated with 20 years experience. Call Jerry or Joe today at 570-501-2626. Valmont Auto Sales, 34 Susquehanna Boulevard in West Hazleton.
Should be filled with the ingredients that most inspire you. And let relaxed sophistication fill the air and the walls around it. Find beautiful cabinetry, finishes, and details that capture your personal style. Craft-made. It becomes you.
Call, click, or visit your local Craft-Made dealer today.
Can I use this in my kitchen?
What's your amperage? Get a multi-tester on your positive lead. If it's wired three-phase sequential and grounded right, it might work. You'll need these for the install.
Shocked by customer service these days?
Amperage?
Service Electric Cablevision has the ultimate entertainment experience. Let our friendly team hook you up with a new whole home 6-tuner DVR. Record up to 6 shows at once, then access everything from any TV in your home. Service Electric Cablevision. It's all about you.
A certified therapy dog from the Hazleton area was entered into a nationwide contest to win money and is now one of 8 finalists across the country. Today, our Gary Perna spent some time with Buttons, the therapy dog, to learn more about the contest.
This is Buttons, and he's a certified therapy dog that comes to the Hazel Township Early Learning Center. Buttons and his owner, Lydia Latella, come into Ms. Franzosa's classroom twice a week to help the students learn. Buttons has been entered into a nationwide contest to win money and is now one of 8 finalists across the country. If Buttons wins, they will win $1,000 for the school and $500 for an animal charity of their choice.
I've been having Buttons come in as a therapy dog for the last 4 years into my kindergarten classroom, and it's been such a wonderful program. I was so glad that I was able to be a part of this. He has such a big impact on my children. They love the visits. We do bi-weekly visits. And, oh, he's crying now. And when he comes in, he reads with the children. He sits by them as they read to him. They write. And over the years, I found that they're so much more willing to want to try to read and try to, even at the beginning of the year, to write their names and things, because he's just sitting by them. And they they just kind of feel like it's a no-stress zone. They're not scared. They're not afraid if they read something incorrectly. And they're more willing, and they ask over and over, can I go up?
Franzosa said when Buttons comes into the room, the students ask for one-on-one time.
They usually spend about an hour and a half every visit, and I have to thank Lydia Latella for that, because she has given so much of her time over the years, not just for my classroom, but for many classrooms throughout our district. And these therapy dogs, like I said, they make such an impact to all the kids in Hazleton.
Franzosa told us that some of the students were very shy at the beginning of the year, but they started to become more active with their fellow students after they met Buttons.
They're more willing because they feel like there's no judgment. When you're working next to Buttons, he's not going to judge you or correct you, and they're more willing. They're not afraid of, like, if they do something incorrectly. They'll ask over and over, can I stay longer with him? Can I read another book to him? And even when we're anticipating their visits, every day when we do the calendar and things like that, they're like, oh, how many more days until Buttons comes? And we count down, and they already have things prepared for him. They'll come up and say, I'm going to read this book to Buttons, or can I show him my kid writing? I did awesome today. He's going to love it. And they'll sit there, and it's kind of cute. They almost expect a response. They look at him like, what do you think, Buttons?
Lydia Latella, Buttons' owner and handler, is part of Therapy Dogs International, an organization comprised of handlers who want to share love and compassion for those in need.
I started doing volunteer work with Therapy Dogs International about 8 years ago with my other dogs, 2 shepherds, and found the programs to be very helpful for the students. Buttons came along about 4 years ago. He had a little bit of a shy personality, needed some training, and it turned out that he ended up doing well for the children, and I think his size also helps the children as well. They're comfortable with that little tiny pocket dog.
Latella said she loves to see the excitement on the kid's face when Buttons walks into the room.
The excitement when they walk in the door, they see the dogs coming. It's, oh, Echo's here, or Buttons is here, and they can't wait to get over to that carpet and read to the kids, and they enjoy it, and it definitely brings out their willingness to learn.
Latella said they choose the Hazleton Animal Shelter to receive the $500.
Part of the agreement is that the students would get the $1,000 and then $500 to any animal charity of our choice, and I felt it was best to go to a local community organization and certainly benefit the animals.
In order for Buttons to win the contest, the family and all the students at Hazel Township Early Learning Center are asking for your votes. Log on to Facebook and go to Pets Best Facebook page and click on Vote for your favorite Books and Barks finalists, and there you will find Buttons. Or you may visit petsbest.com/vote. The final day to vote is Thursday, March 12th. According to Latella and Franzosa, you can vote once a day, including on the 12th.
Well, Buttons makes his visits here at Hazel Township Early Learning Center. The teachers and staff say this is a great way to get the students comfortable with reading and reading out loud. And remember, you can go online and vote to help Buttons get the school $1,000 and the Hazleton Animal Shelter $500 in Hazel Township. For WILN News, I'm Gary Perna. So right, Buttons, you can go vote. So you go vote.
Thank you very much, Gary. Now, you can also visit this website to vote for Buttons. That site is woobox.com/FI9WYU. There was some problems with their website today, so that's the website that you can go to. All the letters are lowercase, so please vote and help out the Hazleton Animal Shelter and, of course, Hazel Township Early Learning Center, and vote for Buttons. And we'll have that up on our Facebook page as well. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have a look at our 7-day forecast that will hopefully clear all this snow away. Plus, a fundraising event was held over the weekend to help raise money for this year's Fun Fest weekend in downtown Hazleton. Stay tuned.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional air times. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Hey, this is something I have not been able to do for quite some time. Boy, it's just beautiful. In fact, I mean, I just kind of like lounge here and just take up the sunshine, and oh God, it just is great. We definitely have waited a long time for this. Nice weather, mostly clear skies, a few cumulus clouds up there. That pretty much is about it. Temperature-wise, can't get much better for this time of year. Here's a look at the map for today, and well, we got that high pressure toward the south and west, and that allowed us to see all the sunshine and those mild temperatures today, getting up into the 40s, mid to upper 40s. Hey, you know what? None of us at all are going to complain about this type of weather. And we don't have to worry about any type of rain. In fact, it felt good not having a heavy jacket out there today, wearing one. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, it is dry. Nothing to show you right now. 48 degrees, pretty nice indeed, well above where we should be this time of year. It's pretty good out there. Temperature-wise, a little bit of a breeze, but with temperatures being as high as that, doesn't make it feel that much chillier. 56 degrees down there in Philadelphia, 54 in Harrisburg, 47 Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 50 degrees in Williamsport, 48 degrees in State College. Next couple hours, well, we know we can have some mild days, but as that sun sets, we're going to have mostly clear skies. It's called radiational cooling. All that energy we had today goes out into space, and that drops those temperatures. 30 degrees by 9 o'clock, 28 degrees as we head toward the 11 o'clock hour. And just keep in mind, still not spring just yet. Satellite and radar, there you can see a storm system down toward the south and west. It's going to start to make its way toward the north and east, but notice the bulk of the precipitation over the southern third of Pennsylvania, some of it getting up into our area. So as we head into tomorrow, I'm still putting a thread of some showers in our forecast. But if you notice this, we put this in motion. One of the computer model runs, and the bulk of the precipitation down here. Third of an inch, quarter of an inch or so. The further north you go, the lesser amounts you'll see. But nevertheless, we'll have to deal with some showers tomorrow. But notice these temperatures going into tomorrow. We're getting up into the 40s, maybe a little bit cooler than what we saw today, but still very, very mild. And notice Wednesday morning, still very mild, but we all know those temperatures are going to start to fall. They're not going to stay this way. March, anything can happen. So as we go into middle part of the week, for the most part, the melting of the snow, it'll be gradual. We don't want it too much because we don't want to lead to any flooding. And then another storm system we're watching by later on in the week, that could impact our area for Saturday and Sunday, and that could give us a chance of a couple of showers. Here's a look at the extended forecast. As I see it, about 40 tomorrow for some showers, still mild for Wednesday, colder for Thursday, in the 30s for Friday. Some showers, maybe some sunshine for the weekend, 30s to near 40 degrees, and it gets colder by early next week. Our daytime drawing of the Pennsylvania Lottery numbers of pick 2, 45, to pick 3, 332, and to pick 4, 2990. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after this break.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Athletes try talking themselves out of being hurt,
I'm good.
working past the pain because they want to keep on playing.
I'm good.
Coordinated Health understands. As the #1 sports medicine team in the region, we get these champions back in the game with pro-level care.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because we make you better together.
The house was a-rockin' at Genetti's in Hazel Township on Sunday for the annual Fun Fest kickoff concert. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has the details.
The 2015 Fun Fest weekend is scheduled for September 12th and 13th. A kickoff concert featuring the Poets was held yesterday at Genetti's. The band rocked the house, getting the audience on their feet.
This is the greatest event that we have during the year, this kickoff concert with the Poets. We're so glad that they're back with us, and we can't wait to enjoy a great afternoon of fun and dancing.
Fun Fest is in its 37th year and has been a staple of the greater Hazleton community. The theme was unveiled at yesterday's celebration. The committee also honored one of its members who has been involved since the beginning.
That we came up with the theme of homecoming this year is because traditionally Fun Fest is a gathering of everyone in the neighborhood, and we want to welcome everyone in the neighborhood and have a wonderful homecoming in Hazleton.
As you know, the Fun Fest committee, this is our 37th year of Fun Fest, and so one of the Fun Fest committee members has been there for each and every one, and the concert, the pre-concert, which acts as a fundraiser so that we can have all of that fantastic entertainment for free each September, has been Joe Scarcella, and Joe will be joining us this evening just to say hi.
Mike Sosar is the entertainment chair. We spoke with him and asked him what the event means to the community.
Fun Fest is a staple of our city, and it's our gift back to the community, courtesy of the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, to give everybody a taste of what Hazleton's all about and what we do. And one of the best ways to show it is just by what we're doing here today, and offering the community a chance to come in and view one of the biggest and best show bands in Northeast PA. The Poets allows them to get a taste of what we do the whole entire weekend as far as entertainment and activities, and it just makes it all a fun-filled day. And
the Poets have been performing for 51 years. They have helped kick off Fun Fest for the past 7. Lead singer Frank Gerbasi told us how the band got their start and what keeps them going for the past 5 decades.
We started on the street corner, just like the old doo-wop bands, and then we finally had enough money to buy an accordion and buy a guitar, and we just went from there. Neighborhood kids got together, and we've been playing ever since.
Fun Fest is a little more than 6 months away, and the committee is already hard at work planning for the 2-day street fair. To learn more about the event, you can visit hazletonchamber.org or check out their Facebook page. In Hazel Township, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
At Cuck's Turkey Farm, we are family-owned and operated for over 45 years, and we consistently strive to produce premium poultry. We offer the finest all-natural country poultry, antibiotic-free, all-vegetarian fed with superior white meat yield and exceptional flavor. So we invite you to experience the unique natural taste of our poultry for your enjoyment and your health. Give us a call or stop in today.
Penguins rookie goalie Matt Murray cannot be stopped from picking up award after award, all because he is stopping shots at a record pace. Today, Murray was named the AHL Player of the Week after submitting 2 more shutouts over the weekend, stretching his streak to 5 straight, and now has not allowed a goal in 304 minutes and 11 seconds, setting an AHL record. Murray leads the league in several statistical categories and led the Penguins to 2 wins in a row over the weekend after falling to Manchester 6-3 on Friday night with Jeff Zatkoff in net. The 4th place Pens next in action against Hershey on Wednesday in Wilkes-Barre. Shifting to state playoff basketball and the eventful weekend that was in the AAA bracket, GAR hoping to get by Manheim Central without second leading scorer Greg Skrepnak Jr. The Grenadiers' leading scorer, Seth Callahan, doing his part. Stop and start to the basket he goes for 2 of his 11. Then Callahan open in the corner, and GAR is up 10 at the half, but go cold in the second, falling 35-32. Pottsville aiming to stay unbeaten in another AAA game. Leading scorer Travis Blankenhorn helping the cause drive body and the bank for the bucket, and Crimson Tide up 12. More from Blankenhorn, grabbing the miss, rising over 3 defenders and dropping 2 more on the way to a 63-37 victory. Susquehanna Township next for Pottsville. One more local team playing in AAA, Tamaqua, bows out in the first round in their first state playoff appearance in 21 years. 2 area teams from AA advance. Mahanoy wins another neck-and-neck thriller, and Minersville takes care of Freer Charter, while Holy Redeemer was tied at the half with Trinity, but couldn't hang on in the second as their season comes to a close. Quad A girls highlights now. Pittston first ever appearance in states going up against North Penn. There, Jamie Chisda burning the jumper. And then Liz Waleski stops in transition, knocks it down and fouled in the process. However, Pittston trails by 5 at the half, and North Penn takes it as the terrific careers of Waleski and Allie Barber come to an end. 53-37 the final. From Martz Hall, Minersville taking on Montoursville, more AA. Kristen O'Malley, the length of the court here, but ultimately too much from the Lady Miners, and sophomore Abby Schofstel. She's got the handles and she's got the pull up in her arsenal. She also has the speed and finishing ability, and Minersville finishes it off Montoursville 53-43. A matchup with #1 ranked New Margrethe looming in the second round. More girls AA scores. North Schuylkill wins on a 3-pointer during the game's final seconds, while Holy Redeemer blows by Central Columbia, setting up a meeting between the Lady Spartans and Lady Royals in Tuesday's second round. And Shenandoah advances behind 17 points and 10 rebounds from senior Abigail Snitzer. Also, a recap from state wrestling in Hershey over the weekend. 6 wrestlers from the Wyoming Valley Conference take home hardware, including Wyoming Valley West's Cody Cords, who finishes as the runner-up at 160 pounds. GAR's Saul Wilkins and Dallas's Ryan Monk both finished 3rd at 285 pounds in double and AAA. 4 from the Schuylkill League finish in the top 8, with Kevin Gentile from Jim Thorpe rebounding from his first loss of the season to end up finishing 4th in Pennsylvania. Tonight on Late Edition Sports, hear from North Schuylkill girls basketball as they prepare to face District 2's Holy Redeemer in the second round of the state playoffs. But next, Joe Garbacik will have a final look at the forecast. Stay tuned.
Enjoy the great outdoors at the Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range's Trap, Skeet, and Sporting Clays course. No waiting and no lines. First time shooting? Whitetail Preserve employs certified instructors to help you get the most out of your experience. Hungry? The restaurant at Whitetail has a great menu to satisfy and offers catering for all occasions. Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, approximately 13 miles west of Hazleton and just 1 hour from Allentown, Reading, and the Delaware Water Gap. 118 Boulevard Road, just off the Rockland Road near Rockland. 384-2314.
Hey, look at these temperatures. You cannot get better temperatures this time of year. We still got temperatures in the 40s, near 60 degrees in Philadelphia. No precipitation to deal with. That's good. We don't want a heavy rainstorm and the melting of the snow, because then the snow would melt too fast. But at least with these conditions, it's a gradual melting of the snow. And as we head through tonight, those temperatures do drop, and it refreezes things, so there might be a couple slick spots out there. 30 as we head toward 9, 28 as we head toward the 11 o'clock hour. This is typical weather for this time of year. Pretty good storm system from Texas to Oklahoma and Arkansas. That's going to make a run in our direction. However, as it does, I think the bulk of the precipitation will stay toward the southern third of Pennsylvania, but we're still going to see some showers out of it as we go into tomorrow. And again, with those clouds around and a little bit of that rain, it'll be a little bit cooler. 40 degrees. Looking good for Wednesday, 45. The weekend, up for grabs. I don't think it's going to be a complete washout, but as we go into Saturday and Sunday, there may be a couple of showers around, but you know, we'll try to fine-tune Sunday's forecast because we know it's a big St. Patrick's Day parade in Wilkes-Barre.
I know, I like the temperatures, but really,
you know what?
Sunday,
We've had we've had showers, we've had snow, we've had warm temperatures, we've had cold temperatures.
So we're going to pray for warm, dry temperatures. Everybody out at Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. So fingers crossed. Have a good night, everyone.